Hello everyone, this is Aisha and welcome to our 57th Kotlin tutorial. And in this tutorial, I'll be talking about the interfaces. I will be talking about the class which provides the implementation of two interfaces. So in the last tutorial, I have created two interfaces, X and Y, and then created a class which implements these two interfaces. So now these interfaces contains one method with different names. So now what if these names of the method is same? For example, here display X and display Y. So this is called the overriding conflict, and we can resolve this conflict by using the super keyword and by overriding these methods. For example, here if I have display and display same name functions in these interfaces and the class, and we have only one class implementing these two interfaces, then we will have an error. So for this, to resolve this issue, you have to override the method. So now inside the body of the class, I'm going to use the override keyword to override the method. So I'm going to override fun display, and then we will have the body of this method. So now what we did, we have here, okay, let me remove these lines. So now we have interface X, we have interface Y. So inside this interface X, we have the display method. Inside interface Y, we have the display method. So now both of these methods are of same name, and we have only one class which provides the implementation of these two interfaces. So we have an overriding conflict. So this overriding conflict can be resolved by overriding this function, and then inside this function we have to use the super keyword, and then in these angle brackets we will have the name of interface. For example, if I write X and then dot, and then if I write display, so this statement will call the display method of the X interface. Similarly, when I write super and angle brackets Y and then the display method, so this statement will call the display method of the Y interface. So this is how you can resolve these conflicts. So now let's run the program. Okay, first of all you have to create the object for this class. Obj equals derived class, and then empty parameters, and then you have to use this object to call the display method. So now when you call the display method using the object, you are calling this method, and when this method is called, the control is transferred inside this body, and then we have this super keyword which calls the display method of X first, and then it calls the display method of Y. Now let's run the program. And you can see here hello X, hello Y, so there is no issue. So what we did in this tutorial, we had two interfaces X and Y. The implementation of these interfaces is provided by only one class, and these interfaces have same name, have same methods. So we have overriding conflict. This is because the overriding conflict is caused because of this class, because of only one class. If you are using two classes, then there will be no issue, but if here we are using only one class, so we have this overriding conflict. So for this purpose, you have to override the method display here, and then inside the body of this method you have to use the super keyword to call the method of X, and then super keyword to call the method of Y. So that's it for this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.